I, was not politically involved. I wasn't heavily involved until 2009, and then with the Tea Party movement, and just seeing what the direction of the country was, I really got interested in doing politics. And the way that I did it was, I decided, you know what, this country's so screwed up, I'm gonna run for Congress. And so I actually filed to run as an independent in the 3rd Congressional District against a very popular, well-liked Republican congressman in his district, Eric Paulson. So that was my introduction to politics, which, without any knowledge of how the caucus system worked in Minnesota or about how just things worked in general with political parties, I just jumped in with both feet. And it was an interesting learning experience, but through that process, I actually talked to the Libertarian Party and I talked to the Independence Party, and I just found that for the path that I wanted to go and what I think needs to be done in this country, I really felt like at the time, especially, that working within a party system was the way to go for me. And obviously, it wasn't going to work for the DFL or the Democratic Party, but it's going to work for the Republican Party. And obviously, it's well known the problems that have happened with the liberty movement inside the GOP. And I'll be honest, there are times where I think to myself, man, I wish there were a third party that we could go to. But the thing that always stops me is that the third party has to be effective. I want to win elections. The way to get things done is to actually get people elected to St. Paul or to Washington to begin to make that change. And obviously, it's not going to happen all at once, and one person's not going to do it. Even if Ron Paul were elected president, he would still have to deal with the legislature the way it is, with the Congress and everything. So I just, for me, I embrace the liberty movement and all the different factors. I embrace the other liberty organizations in the state. The one, my organization works inside the party, the Republican Party. Liberty Minnesota they work outside the party. There are other liberty groups that choose to work with them. And then there's the Libertarian Party itself, and they are their own party. For me, my attitude has always been, I want all of the above, because we need everybody pulling in the same general direction to affect the change we want to see liberty grow and tyranny to shrink and to go away. The problem that I have is that even within our little group in the liberty movement, I guess you want to call it that, there are some groups who don't approve of the tactics of the other. We all agree philosophically on the same things generally, but the tactics of how to get that done, people disagree on. And that's been the source of most of the infighting. And it's led to all kinds of accusations and problems and just a disconnect as to how we affect change. But for me, I'm choosing to work in the party through the Republican Liberty Caucus. There are others who choose to work outside the party, and that's great. Like, I want all the above. To me, I think that you come to the realization, if you actually want to do anything to affect real change ultimately, you have to get people elected that agree that will promote those principles and will put those into action in the context of the legislature. And if you don't do that, then you're just protesting constantly. I mean, the Tea Party is finding that out right now, and the Tea Party groups that are most effective are the ones that are actually trying to get involved in actual campaigns and winning elections. So that's my big rant.